Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Man, this is some bullshit. Boo this man.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
What is going on? Welcome to No Chill Promos. How y'all doing? Hope you have a blessed Tuesday for watching this. Before I get started with today's video on Monday Night RAW on Netflix. Before I clock in for this shift, just gotta do a quick shout out to all subscribers to the channel and to the followers on Rumble. I'm at 329, so thank you to our subbed. I still gotta upload a bunch of uploads I gotta do on Rumble, so bear with me. I'll try to knock those out later on today. Alright, but without further ado, let's get into this review. Alright, because this show is has some fascinating things that took place. Alright, it entertained me for mostly the wrong reasons. Alright, but start off. Alright, you think, they're treating this show like a super show, first time on Netflix. Millions have access to Netflix around the world. And what's the first thing they do? We see random ass wrestlers walking into the building. Alright, like the same shit that they always fucking do. Who we see first? We see I am a visionary. I am a revolutionary. I am Seth freaking Rollins, looking like an usher at a local Regal Bayou. Then we see old Phil Brooks, CM Punk, who's looking like he's getting ready for his set at some bar in downtown Nashville. Because I see some Punk hard times to come. If you know, you know. Next, we see the Judgment Jobbers, right, with the Dominic Mysterio, Finn Balor, yeah, that's not cool, Carlito, Raquel, Allback Rodriguez, and JD Bobblehead McDonough. Alright, who cares? Next, we see Rhea Ripley looking like she's headed to a Billie Eilish concert, and that's it. And then we see a special video package narrated by yours truly, Paul Levesque, aka Pelican, aka Noseman, aka the Schnoz, the Croc, whatever you want to call him, Triple H. And then look at this picture right here. Alright, I had a huge problem with this picture. Why the fuck is Cody Rhodes bigger than people like the NWO, Gorilla Monsoon, Bobby the Brain Heenan? Get the fuck out of here. Alright, and then fucking the veil gets put down. Then guess who we see in the middle of the fucking ring? The narrator himself, Triple H. Crowd cheers. You're like, Triple H, Triple H, Triple H. And that's why he does it. That's why he does the shit that he does. For that fucking reaction. Alright? That they love it. Especially the dudes like him, they fucking love it. Alright, he's like, yes. That's right. Chant my name. He goes out there and says a whole lot of nothing. But he was like, I'm going to ask this question that I already know the answer to. But I'm going to ask it anyway. Are you ready? He was like, no, I said, are you ready? Like, DX stopped being cool after the year 2000. Alright? Stop. Stop fucking doing that. God, like, this fucking guy, man. Oh yeah, the crowd cheers, whatever. First time on Netflix, whoop-de-doo. Alright, and then we say, let's go out, and then we hear, if you smell, And the crowd fucking erupted. Alright? Biggest pop of the year. Biggest pop of the night. And it wasn't even fucking close. Alright? And I see people talking a lot of shit about The Rock. Talking about, like, oh, if CM Punk and Rollins are in the main event, it's because of this bald asshole. He's like, now you do realize, where for people bitching, bellyaching, complaining, moaning about The Rock being here, is that he's a bigger star than CM Punk and Seth Rollins combined on their best day. Right? Why are you complaining about The Rock showing up? Trying to save, they need all the star power in this fucking show that they can get. Alright? And it just so happens that their biggest star that they have available is The Rock. Whether you like it or not. And it'll be the same ones talking a gang of shit about him online that be at that arena cheering his name like, Rocky, Rocky, Rocky. They're the same fucking ones. I'm telling you. Alright? But that fucking pop he got, man. He does the whole goosebump shit. I get it. Right? Like, I get it. It's fucking sad also that nobody, and I do mean nobody, is even close to getting that type of reaction. Not one. Not Cena, not Cody, damn sure not Cody, not Roman, right? You know, Roman did get some love, alright? No one is close to getting that reaction that The Rock got. And it's not an insult, that's just a fact of life. Yeah. He goes out there, people are loving him, alright? He walks up to Michael Cole, shakes his hand, he daps up Pat McAfee. That right there shows you the difference between the two. One's cool, and one will never be cool. Alright? He then gives the Brahma Bull belt to his kiddos. He blows a kiss to his mama, who's still looking good for her age. And then he proceeds to cut a boring, glazing ass promo. No, he's going on about, his history, gave a shout out to people who we don't care about. And then he proceeds to say one of the biggest bold-faced lies I've ever heard in my entire life. The Rock says, I had to pay my respects to a man that's been doing an amazing job here, holding it down for over a year, and that's you, Cody Rhodes. Thank you, brother. And I'm like, really? Really? So now all of a sudden, I guess there's some amnesia going on. There's a lot of Tony Storm amnesia going on in these companies. So I'm just supposed to forget that you whooped this dude's ass or embarrassed him for months and then got your shit in at WrestleMania 40 before you bounced, before he had his moment to finish his story. Alright? I'm supposed to forget about that, huh? Now you guys are all buddy, huh? Okay. Alright. So after this moment, and then the crowd was cheering for the American failure, alright, Cuckamania, Cody Rhodes. They were cheering for him, but they were also booing from him. Alright, you think this is the dude? He's the champion. Alright, he's the biggest champion right now in this company. And I didn't even hear no Cody. Now there are a couple cucks, some ham niggers out there that chanting for Cody, but I'm talking about the whole entire arena. Alright, there weren't no universal Cody chants out there, and he was out there. Alright, looking like a fan. Alright, and this is the reigning, defending, undisputed WWE Universal Champion, and that's the reaction he gets. Get the fucking belt off him. It's that simple. So after The Rock said that bullshit, I didn't give him two fucks about what he said after the fact. Talking about, The Rock is going to be watching the Tribal Combat tonight with his 42nd cousins, Solo Sikoa and Roman Reigns for the High Chief. I don't care, man. I don't fucking care. Alright? So that's it. So then we move on to the first match of the night. And that's this Tribal Combat match to determine who gets the Ula Fala and who is undoubtedly the Tribal Chief here in the WWE. First we see Solo Sikoa, who it's like really the first time I'm hearing his theme song or his new theme song. I'm like, watch this shit kind of catchy. He's like, we take it all. And I'm like, are you? Are they going to take it all? We're about to find out. Alright, but it's kind of catchy, I'm not going to lie. And then we see the OTC Roman Reigns. Shitload of people putting up the ones, and he did get a bigger pop than Cody Rhodes. LA was tremendous tonight, right? Let me tell you. Like, they told you exactly who they fuck with and who they don't fuck with. All right, this is one of the biggest cities in the United States. All right, so there's a clear indication about who's over and who ain't. Now, I really didn't give a shit about the match, but there's one thing I want to say. All right, and that's thank you to Pat McAfee. All right, it's because of him I'm able to tolerate Michael Cole on commentary. Because they're on the outside, right? And then Solo, he goes right upside Roman's head with a monitor because Solo was whooping his ass for like a good portion of this match. All right, and then you can hear Michael Cole on commentary. He was like, "I gotta get the hell out of here." it's just the way he said it was hilarious. But yeah, all right. Fast forward. Roman sets up a table. We didn't see Solo Sikoa. He's attacking Roman in the corner, and he was just yelling in his face. He was just like, I loved you, Oos. I did everything for you, Oos, but you didn't care about me. You didn't love me, Oos. I'm just like, the fuck am I watching right now, man? Like, why is this nigga acting like he's a jealous ex of Roman? Like, Roman dumped his ass, like, drop kicked him to the curb, upgraded, and got a bad bitch by his side now. And he can't stand it. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck is that? I don't know. But Roman then proceeds to powerbomb him, and Michael Cole, like the incompetent Nimrod he is, he calls it a last ride powerbomb. All right, now there's some difference between a regular powerbomb and a last ride powerbomb. And I can tell you, without a shadow of a doubt, that was not a last ride powerbomb. All right, yeah, people want to say that Michael Cole is one of the greatest all-time commentators of all time. Out of your fucking mind. Roman tries to pin him. 1, 2, now you see him, now you don't. Referee gets pulled out the fucking ring. And it turns out we see we see Beavis, aka Tamatonga. Right? Roman was like, man, what the fuck? And then we see my nigga, the Samoan werewolf or Wolverine, where the fuck he's calling himself now. Jacob Fatu comes out, attacks Roman, hits the Impaler DDT, then hits the best moonsault ever onto Roman, and all people are mocking him for using Tiffany Stratton's finisher. Don't forget, it was the fallen angel Christopher Daniels that named it the best moonsault ever in the first place. Solo then hits the Samoan spike on Roman. Roman kicks out at 2. And then we see the rest of the cavalry. We see Jimmy, who is Border King, Nogi Uso, and Sammy Uso coming to help out Roman. They attack Tama Tonga and Jacob Fatu. Now imagine I'm Jacob Fatu having to sell for Sami Zayn. Oh, jeez. All right, but Jimmy hits a super kick on Solo. Sammy hits the Haluva or hell of a kick on Solo. Roman then hits a spear on Solo, and Solo kicks out at 2. Roman is in disbelief. Sammy and Jimmy trying to give him pep talk like, you got this, Oos. I still believe in you, Oos. You're the tribal chief, Oos. And I'm like, he never, not once, apologized for his actions, all the torment, all the trauma that you two lapdogs had to endure these past few years. Right, I guess all is well, huh? You know, all is forgiven. Water underneath the bridge, right? Fuck it. Stupid. So fucking stupid. Fast forward, Kevin Owens hits the stunner on Roman. Roman kicks out at 2. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm wondering, because this is done live on Netflix, right? And there's people who are probably watching this shit, haven't seen it since like the Attitude Era, or even the Golden Era with Hulk Hogan brother, or oh yeah, Macho Man Randy Savage, yeah. You know, since those days, right? You know, and I'm probably thinking to himself, like my homeboy, for instance, like he was tuning in to watch Raw, and he was like, but who's his fan coming in and attacking Roman? And I'm like, bro, that's a wrestler. That's Kevin Owens. He's like, ain't no way. And he was like, for Sami Zayn, he was like, yo, I know that dude. He's like, yo, he's a pipe welder, fucking at a factory down the road from me. Like, I know that dude. And I'm like, no, that dude's a wrestler, man. That's Sami Zayn. Who? Exactly. Cool. that's the correct response. Like these are the wrestlers that we have these days. You know, it's not much to work with, right? Then we see Cuckamania, Mama Ro, it's Cody Perez. He comes out, the pipes and cheers, attacks Kevin Owens. Who gives a fuck? All right. But the ending of the match was Roman hitting the spear. He then does the ooh ah. And that was a loud ass ooh ah from the crowd. Spears him again. 1, 2, 3. Then, without a shadow of a doubt, the tribal chief is Roman Reigns. All right, he has the Ula follow back. Then we see The Rock. He comes out. All right, The Rock says, "Know your damn role" to Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman gives him the Ula follow. He then puts the Ula follow around Roman's neck. Man, he daps him up. And I'm just thinking to myself, I'm like, are you gonna hit the rock bottom? People's elbow, spine buster, shitty sharpshooter, a DDT, the people's punch, something. Like, do something. But no, you don't get jack shit. And that's the first hour of Raw. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, they're going 3 fucking hours. And I was correct. So Raw is now 3 hours, and SmackDown is also 3 hours. And I'm like, fucking A, man. And I see people, they're bitching. They're like, imagine being a wrestling fan and complaining about more wrestling. Well, here's the thing. There's a lot of people out there that don't want to watch wrestling all fucking night. You know, because maybe they have to get up in the morning and work and provide for themselves or their families. Or maybe just because they know that an additional hour means more ad revenue for these greedy bastards. All right, that's all it fucking means. All right, and you might get like an additional 2-minute match with Pete Dunne or fucking Lyra Valkyria. That doesn't fucking matter. All right, yeah, that's what comes to that additional fucking hour. But yeah, be excited for an additional hour of fucking Raw and SmackDown. That's such good shit, isn't it? These new generation of fans, man. It's like Q-Tip once said, "I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know." Right? I really fucking don't. I don't get it. But I gotta keep it moving. Alright, next we see New Day. Alright, crowd's booing the shit out of him. Alright, Caulfield was like, look, we told Triple H that flat out we don't want to wrestle here in LA because you people don't deserve it. Alright, and then Xavier, he was like, you guys are booing us? Like, you guys are the one that has bad taste. I'm like, for over 6 months, you guys been trying to prop up this trash ass rapper named Kendrick Lamar. Right, and they're booing. He was like, yeah, boo him. We hate him too. I'm like, oh. I was laughing my ass off when he said that shit. And I'm like, God, that's so fucking true, man. Like, especially for me. Like, I've never really been a Kendrick Lamar fan. I do think he's overrated. And I've never, ever been a Drake fan. Like, you're gonna tell me this fucking Canadian cripple from Degrassi is now the biggest rapper in the game right now? Come on, man. Stop it. Right, so that whole beef, I'm like, I don't give a fuck, man. I'm a J. Cole fan. Then after that whole bullshit with Kendrick, to where like, oh, he's gonna go after Kendrick, and then it's like, no, on second thought, never mind. I'm like, he made a song talking about I let Nas down. Like, nigga, you let me down. The fuck was that, man? So I will say, if I had to pick one out of the 3 right now, I gotta go with Kendrick. Right, but that's not really saying much. And then Xavier was talking about like the Los Angeles is a city of angels, city of demons, or similar bullshit. I don't really care, but I did laugh when they were talking shit about Kendrick. That's hilarious. Right? But moving on, we get a little snippet, a little vignette of Cero Miedo, my nigga Pentagon Jr. Ooh, this dude's been one of my favorites since Lucha Underground days. Right? He's gonna be here on Raw, I guess, next week. And boy, oh boy, do I feel bad for Rey Fenix. Right? It sucks. He was supposed to be here too, you know, but a certain con man stopped that from happening. So maybe at some point this year we'll see Rey Fenix in WWE. But until then, there's going to be Pentagon Jr. holding it down for the Lucha Bros. Alright, so hopefully know, he gets a good pop, good reaction next week or whenever he debuts on Raw. So looking forward to seeing it. But moving on, we see all the mid-carders and jobbers who creative had no plans for on this episode that debuted on Raw for Netflix. We didn't see Mr. Fluffy, aka Gabriel Iglesias, who no, I'm not watching your special, and no, I didn't forget you're one of these dick riders that were saying Cody has to finish the story. I didn't forget that. Alright, fuck out of here. Then we see Ashton Kutcher, and I'm like, where's Mila at? Because the last time I see these two, they were trying to defend their boy Danny Masterson. Good luck with that. But moving on, we see my nigga Michael Che out there, and he was pointing. He was like, "Yo, get that damn camera off of me." But I like Michael Che, man. He is funny. He is a good comedian. Next, you see one of the greatest luchadors of all time. Some say he is a GOAT, and it's hard to argue that, and that's Rey Mysterio Jr. Because rest in peace to his pops. He passed away sometime last year. I think it was like a few weeks ago. So rest in peace to his pops. But Rey Mysterio still repping Eddie Guerrero, my favorite wrestler of all time. Viva la raza, Simón. Right, so big ups to Rey. Then we see the War Raiders, who I believe are the current tag team champions. On Raw, mind you. Alright, and they're here at ringside like they're fucking fans. And I have a problem with this. Alright, I'm like, why they're showcasing wrestlers like they're fucking fans? You know what I mean? Like, there's something about that just rubbed me the wrong way. You know what I mean? And then we see Wale, who, I mean, I don't remember the last time this dude dropped an album. Alright? But good to see Wale. And then we see the megastar of everybody saying L.A. Knight. Yeah. Which is always good to see L.A. Knight, especially because I'm out watching SmackDown these days. But I'm like, at the same time, I'm like, well, why is he in ringside, man? Like, yeah, I don't know, man. But moving on, we get a promo from, real quick, shout out to Bruce Blitz from Fuckboy Buckethead himself. John Cena comes out, cutting promo. He gets a good pop too, bigger pop than Cody. All right, I gotta throw that out there. All right, they were showing Cena some love. He goes out there and cuts the same pandering ass promo this dude's been cutting for over a decade plus. All right, like it's 05 all over again. All right, basically he was talking about how he's not going to be, or is he not going to be the first time ever a 17-time World Heavyweight Champion. All right, and he was like, well, to be honest, you know, it's been over 2,000 days since I last won a match. Now I'm like, yo, that's insane. You know, like that's crazy, hilarious, but crazy. Like damn, that's a long ass time. I'm not gonna lie to you. All right, that's true. I guess it is. All right, but he was saying in order for that to happen, I'll have to, you know, like survive the Elimination Chamber, or win the Money in the Bank, or you know what, win the Royal Rumble. So there you go. So there's a very high probability that John Cena is going to win the 2025 fucking Royal Rumble, man. The more things change, the more they stay the same. This fucking company, man. You know, but, you know, to be honest, I'm not opposed to it if he goes on and challenge Cody and beats him. Why is that? Well, it's simple. One, fuck Cody Rhodes. Second, they're trying to push him like he is John Cena. Or instead of pushing like John Cena, just push John Cena. There you go. And I don't want to see John Cena versus Gunther because that's unfair to Gunther. Alright? You think Gunther is going to hang on a mic? Not that Cody would, but Gunther damn sure wouldn't. That's just too fucking easy for Cena. At least with Cody, he could try to talk about like little dick syndrome or whatever bullshit, whatever corny shit Cody's going to say. But John Cena versus Gunther, I don't want to see that. So if they're adamant about pushing Cena, you know, one last time in 2025, you know, preferably I like to see him turn heel, but that ain't gonna happen. All right, so if he does, you know, they won't continue with the good old Cena. You can't see me. You know, he wins the Royal Rumble. He goes on to challenge Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania, and he beats him. Makes history You know, because it's the lesser of the two evils, as far as I'm concerned, right? I'd rather see John Cena as a 17-time world champion with the WWE Universal Belt than Cody Rhodes as champion any day of the fucking week. That's not even close. But moving on, we get a promo package for Logan Paul. He says that he's taking this shit serious, that there's no more side hustle, alright, and that he's here to prove himself as one of the best in the WWE. We then see Logan Paul in attendance, and I shit you not, LA didn't give two fucks about Logan Paul. This dude got no reaction at all. I was laughing my ass off when I seen that shit. I'm like, yo, they don't give a fuck about Logan Paul, man. I'm like, damn, even Cody got a bigger reaction than you, man. Damn. Like, that's gotta hurt. I'm not gonna lie. Like, there's one thing to get cheered or booed, but you got no reaction, like, at all. Like, none. like, damn. Like, that's not good. That's no bueno. Moving on to the next match, and it's for the Raw Women's World Championship. See Liv coming out, and big ups to that fan holding up that mid-broken sign right in front of her. Liv seen it and yanked that. She yanked that motherfucker right from his hands and then stomped on it. I ain't gonna lie, that's hilarious. Right? The Sheen comes out, there's a good pop, alright, because, you know, good reception there. Right, they go to commercial, and these commercials were like all over the place. But they come back for a commercial. We see some more celebrities out there in the crowd. We see Seth Green, Mr. Robot Chicken himself. Hey, big ups to him. It's good to see him. Right, he still looks good. And then we see right next to him Macaulay Culkin, and this dude got a huge pop. I mean, like, damn. I was expecting that. It looks good himself, man. I think he's been sober for like a few years now, so here for him. Then we see O'Shea Jackson Jr. out there. If you don't know, that's Ice Cube's kid, and I don't know how you couldn't, because he looks just like him. Right, but big ups to him. It was good to see him. And then we see Topanga out there, who still looks good. God damn. And you know what the sad thing is that like a lot of people in the audience, or even people who might stumble upon this video, like some of my subs, they never see Boy Meets World a day in their life. They don't know about Mr. Feeney, Eric, Corey, Sean, Topanga. They don't know about that, man. And it also means that I'm not getting any younger. That's what the fuck that means. Ah, damn. Moving on, we see Naomi and Bianca Belair, and let me tell you, these women are gorgeous. Right, God is good, because Montez Ford and Jimmy Uso are blessed. I will say that. We then see X-Pac, aka Shaw Waltman, repping DX like it's 99 again. And then we see Shinsuke Nakamura. Man, mind you, all these people I mentioned got a pretty good to a great pop. Alright, all these people got more they got more of a reaction than Logan Paul. God damn. Imagine Seth Green got a bigger pop than Logan Paul. Ouch. God damn. But moving on, we see Rhea Ripley coming out looking more and more like Marilyn Manson in the face, but she got that ooh-wee from the back. Now, this was probably the best match of the night, to be honest, alright? But we're gonna fast forward to the finish, which was Rhea Ripley hitting not one, but two riptides to Liv Morgan for the 1, 2, 3. And a new Raw Women's World Champion, Rhea Ripley. Right, and then you can see her, like, if you could read lips, you can see her saying like, "Oh, how I missed you." Right, Dom comes in, he was like, "Hey, it's like, mommy, you're champion again, congratulations." Right, tries to hug Rhea Ripley. Rhea says, "Fuck you, puto," kicks him in the huevos, hits a riptide, and then that's it. So hopefully, and I hope this is the case, that this whole Liv versus Rhea anime saga is over. Alright, move on to a different arc. Alright, it's done. Like, it's done. It's washed. It's over. Rhea finally won her title back. Move the fuck on. All right, I don't want to see these two wrestle ever, ever again. All right, it was a decent match, but I'm good. All right, move on. You got other women in that Raw Women's Division that I'm sure want to be champion at some point. I like to think. We see Rhea, she's out there celebrating. She was like, "Mommy's always on top." All right. You know, the fans are like, "Yeah, mommy, mommy, mommy." It's still weird. It's fucking weird to see a grown-ass man chanting "mommy" towards Rhea Ripley. Not gonna lie. We see the lights go out, and then we hear an oh so familiar sound with the gong going off, and the crowd erupted. Easily the second biggest pop of the night, and it's sad. It's sad that the two biggest pops on this show come from The Rock and The Undertaker player. Alright, he comes out with fucking "I am American Badass, watch me kick," with old racist ass Kid Rock. Fuck a Kid Rock. Like, you know what I want to hear? Alright, keep on rolling, baby. You know what time it is. That chocolate starfish. You know, like, keep rolling, 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 rolling. Yeah, that's what I want to fucking hear, man. Like, what the fuck did Limp Bizkit do to this company, man? Like, when's the last time they were even mentioned on this fucking show, man? What the fuck did Fred Durst do? Like, they must have been banished to the Shadow Realm or some shit, man. I might have to make a video about that, man. It makes no sense. Like, LA would have went crazy if they heard "keep rolling, 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 rolling." Yeah. All right, just one last time, man. Right, because the American Badass version of Undertaker is my favorite version of Undertaker. All right, because we got to hear like Undertaker's promo skills. You step in the ring with me, boy, I'll make you famous. You know, like, it's not getting any younger. Just one last time. That's what I want to see. I want to see Undertaker come out to Rolling, and with a live performance from Limp Bizkit. Now that would be amazing. Now that's entertaining, right? But for whatever reason, Undertaker was summoned to put over Rhea Ripley, even though these two had no correlation with each other at all. You know, so does it make sense? No, no, it doesn't. But Undertaker went out there for the paycheck. You know, gave fucking Rhea Ripley his blessing. And, you know, they pose with the arms raised up. Man, oh man, does Rhea look good from the back. Right, I'm just saying, man. That Buddy Murphy is also a blessed man. All right. But that's all that happened here, so we move on. Next, we go back to the whole little VIP area with the mid-carders and jobbers who Creative had no plans for on a debut of Raw for Netflix. Then you see New Day, they look irritated, like, why the fuck are we back here? You know, you like, I don't blame them. All right, fast forward, we see Bayley's fine ass talking with Adam Pearce for some reason. Maybe she's trying to get transferred to Raw. I don't fucking know. What I do know is that Bayley, her cyberpunk haircut, her sister, and her mama can get it any day of the week. All right, then we see American Made. All right, he made a promise to Pierce that he is going to win some singles gold here in 2025. And don't forget that he is an Olympian, and which he is a silver medalist. All right, and people forget that. Like, Chad Gable is as legit as they come. He wants to face a luchador next week, so who could it possibly be? Rey Mysterio, Sin Cara, Kalisto, Ultimo Dragon, a Psychosis, who the fuck knows? But we're going to find out next week. Most likely, it's going to be Pentagon Jr. Too easy, right? But moving on, we see The Miz, and I appreciate this promo from The Miz. He said, "Oh boy, yippee! John Cena gets another Royal Rumble. He's been in the last 20, like he's won 2 of them, but yeah, he gets it. He deserves it, right? Right?" I'm like, man, you're preaching to the choir, brother. All right, like, I know exactly what you mean. All right, but it is what it is, my guy. We then see Karrion Kross and Scarlett, and mind you, they got that Logan Paul reaction. Nobody cared. All right, even though Scarlett is another gorgeous woman, the LA didn't give 2 fucks about these two. Hurts my soul to see it, but it is what it is, man. They were talking about, hey Miz, you're the man that beat John Cena, right? You're a 2-time Grand Slam champion, right? And you're gonna help us take on the Wyatt Six with the Final Testament, right? Miz agreed, and that's basically it. Nobody cared. Nobody cares about the Final Testament. Nobody cares about the Wyatt Six, right? But the fans do care about the Miz, and he's awesome. As the crowd said it right along with him. So at least LA showed the Miz some love. But yeah, ain't looking good for Cross or Scarlett. And then we see some Instagram footage, right? We see The Rock, he's backstage in a real position. He's showing love to Jimmy, who is sporting King No Yeet Uso. He then shows some love to the wise man, Paul Heyman. He then shows some love to, this was funny, right? He goes to hug Triple H. There you have, these two are kind of like frenemies, all right? They don't like each other, but they kind of respect each other. You know what I mean? All right. And then you see Paul. He tries to handshake or dap up Rock, and the Rock completely dismisses him. This is shit I was talking about. A lot of shit that was entertaining on the show was unintentional. That's hilarious. Alright, he then, daps up and hugs fucking Roman. Right, and then he daps up Travis Scott with his fucking little bottle of tequila, or where the fuck he had in his hand. He then talks to Cody Rhodes, and I guess they're all buddy-buddy. Cody was like, "That's the nicest thing anybody has ever done for me." Oh my god. This is the fucking WWE Universal Champion. Such a good champion, isn't he? The fuck out of here, man. And he announces that The Rock is gonna be on NXT on Tuesday. If you smile, look at the tongue. But The Rock is cooking. And no, I'm not watching. No, I don't fucking care. Alright? Let me know when Roxanne Perez drops that fucking belt. Then I'll tune in to NXT and cover it like I used to. Moving on, we see some more celebrities in the crowd. We see Bill Simmons repping the Boston Celtics. Nobody cares. As a matter of fact, not only did they not care, they booed him. And that's they should. You're in fucking LA, right? Especially, I'm a fucking Los Angeles Lakers fan. No, we don't give fuck a Boston Celtics, right? Fast forward, we see 2 Netflix executives. Nobody cares. And then we see Vanessa Hudgens, and here's another gorgeous woman right here. God is good, because this woman is fine as hell. LA was showing her love, as well as Michelle McCool, who still looks good. Now, I'm not going to hold you. I wasn't really a Michelle McCool fan back then, but I was a Layla fan. Moving on, we see birth control out there. They got a little pop, and I think it's more towards EO than it was Dakota. Just saying. Then we see Lyra Valkyria, who got another Logan Paul reaction because nobody cared. Right? Nobody cared. 2 fucks about Lyra Valkyria. Right? And I'm not kidding. You can go back and watch the footage. Right? You can see who got a reaction and who didn't. Or some of the people that got booed as well. Right? I did fail to mention how earlier The Rock did get some boos, as well as Cody Rhodes. I heard the boos, right? They were booing both these men. But moving on, we see Travis Scott. He's out there to yeet with main event Jey Uso yeet. All right, and here's another reason why I never liked Michael Cole. Right? Here's a grown-ass man. Right? He looks at Pat McAfee. He says, "Pat, don't get any yeet on me." I'm like, how could someone be so corny? You know what I mean? What a goofy individual Michael Cole is. Right? And yeah, they're gonna try to gaslight me into believing that this dude is just some kind of great commentator. Get the fuck out of here. Alright? But crowd was lit up for Jey Uso's entrance because it's me, Uso. The day one is yeah. How could you not? If they go to commercial, we come back and we still see these guys yeeting. We see Pat McAfee, Travis Scott, and Jey Uso yeeting all over the place, right? And then we see this little infographic of who had the most wins last year. And it turns out the EST of the WWE, Bianca Belair, had the most televised wins, 29. So big ups to her. You're damn right. Right? And people want to talk shit about Bianca Belair. Oh, she sucks. And I'm like, what? Okay, alright. Oh, so Bianca Belair sucks, but Candice LeRae doesn't. Get the fuck out of here. But then we see Drew McIntyre come out, and I'm like, I was just hoping. I'm like, and I don't know why. It's foolish to even have this notion that I'm like, just maybe, they could give my nigga Drew Mac back his out of time. So say goodbye. What is yours? Now it's mine. Broken dreams. Like, I don't understand why they won't give it back to him, right? When they own the rights to it, they just refuse to do it. And it makes no fucking sense, and it pisses me off. But we get a match between Drew McIntyre versus Jey Uso. Alright? The match was decent, but Drew McIntyre was whooping Jey Uso's ass for the most part. Tries to go for the Claymore kick. Jey counters into the cradle pin for the 1-2-3. So Jey finally gets a win over Drew McIntyre, and Drew McIntyre is still a jobber. You hate to see it. Alright. But moving on, we get a video package from, I shit you not, the current, reigning, defending, undisputed World Heavyweight Champion on Raw, the Ring General Gunther, who creative they couldn't even get the fucking world champion here on Raw. So yeah, but Gunther, he's such a good champion, isn't he? Fantastic. He's killing it right now. Get the fucking belt off him. Right? Because that tells me they don't give a shit enough about Gunther to even feature him on the fucking show he's a champion of. He's the world champion. You tell me he can't get on Raw? Get the fuck out of here. Moving on, we see Fluffy backstage with New Day, and Kofi was like, nobody cares. And I'm just like, how can people boo the New Day? Like, these guys are awesome now. All right, because he's correct. Nobody cares about Fluffy. I'm not watching his fucking stand-up special. All right, but what? They're gonna boo him because he told Big E, like, oh, you broke your neck, and like, so did Kurt Angle, so did Stone Cold, so did Edge, so did Daniel Bryan, and they're all wrestling, but not you. No. Now you want to come back, huh? They're not wrong. I'm just saying, like, they're saying all the right things, and yet they're getting booed. Doesn't make any sense. And then we see Alpha Academy, Maxine looking good, and then Fluffy was like, look, I gotta get out of here. But before I go, New Day sucks. New Day sucks. That's all that happened here, so we move on. Alright, then we see the Wise Man, Roman Reigns, and they're talking about like some announcement on January 27th, which most likely is going to be a trailer for... Imagine that. They use Roman and fucking Paul Heyman to plug 2K25. You can't make this shit up. Alright. Then we see the El Campeon, Damian Priest, and now the new reigning, defending, undisputed Raw Women's World Champion, Bloody Rhea Ripley. I don't know what the fuck Damian Priest was wearing, but yeah, no, that ain't it. Alright? Rhea was just talking about, you know, how good it feels to be the champion again, and congratulations, yada yada yada. Then Damian announced that he's gonna face Finn Balor again in Street Fight next week. Nobody cares. Now, like, and then again, that's another feud that needs to end. All right, you beat Finn Balor before. Why are you facing him again? All right, I don't care, man. I don't fucking care. All rise, you know, for Rhea Ripley. No, don't care. Moving on. You see some more celebrities in the crowd. All right, we see some dude named Richard. I don't know who the fuck this is. We see Tiffany Haddish. You know, good to see her. She looks good. We see Stephen Amell. What was he? Arrow. Good to see him. Who else? We see the badass LeBron Breaker. And you know, the dogs barking. They're like, ooh, 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 ooh. LA knows. All right, we see Tiffany Stratton. She got a good pop. Now I know she's the new SmackDown Women's World Champion, but I'm like, where the fuck is her belt? Same with Cody Rhodes. Where the fuck is his belt? You know, you want to put that big ass fucking the W in the middle of the fucking sign, like we don't know that they're the fucking champion of the WWE. Where the fuck are the belts at? I'm just saying, but she did get a good pop here. One of the biggest pops actually of the night. All right. And then we see Nikki Bella, who I'm not gonna hold you. I was more so a Brie fan than Nikki, but Nikki was looking good here. All right, I'm not gonna lie, she was looking good. All right, and then we this leads us to my favorite moment of the night. This was the best shit that happened on Raw. Easily, not even fucking close. We see Hulk Hogan, brother. He comes out, you know, I am a real American. Nobody cares. All right, it's good to see Jimmy Hart. All right, he's still rocking that mullet. Still relatively looks the same after all these years. But boy, oh boy, what? They booed the shit out of Hulk Hogan. All right, like nobody cares, bro. Take your old ass back the fuck on home to Venice Beach, where the fuck it is you live, man. All right, well, I don't understand why people don't like me, brother. You know why? It's because you're a racist piece of shit. That's fucking why. And that doesn't work for LA, brother, because they booed the fuck out of him. That was hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. And I do feel bad for Jimmy, because they weren't booing Jimmy. Right? He was just collateral damage from the hatred that stems towards Hulk Hogan, brother. Right? Let this be a lesson for, you know, this dumbass company like Nick Khan and Triple H. Like, hey, maybe we shouldn't bring back Hulk Hogan. Right? Maybe there's a lot of people out there that, you know, haven't forgiven Hulk Hogan for his actions, and especially recent actions. You know, displaying his racism, showcasing a well-known racist on our debut for Netflix. Not a good idea. Moving on, we see Big Steph, aka Stephanie McMahon. You know, she still looks good out there, ringside. And this leads us to the main event. All right. You see, I am a visionary. I am a revolutionary. I am Seth freaking Rollins. You know, no crowds like, whoa, 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 and all that bullshit. Right. But I can't get over the fact that this dude looks like a villain from, what's that shitty movie? Madam Web? Is that what it's called? That bullshit. He looks like he belongs on that set. Alright? The fuck is he wearing? I have no clue. Right, then we see CM Punk. He goes out, gets a pretty good pop, I guess. And I seen that little promo exchange that they had, and Rollins got the better of him. Alright, Rollins was pointing out straight facts, and fucking Punk over there was talking about arrows in his back and bitching about Vince being in charge. Like, shut the fuck up, man. Alright? Nobody cares. Alright? I'm gonna fast forward this match where we see Rollins, who is a better GTS than CM Punk. Now, CM Punk rolls out the ring. Alright? He then gets back in the ring, and CM Punk, like, how the fuck you botch a curb stomp? How is that possible? I don't think I've ever seen anyone botch a curb stomp. But there's a first time for everything, isn't there? And CM Punk has been able to do the impossible. But Rollins kicks out of 2. Alright, fast forward. See Rollins hit another GTS. He then hits a pedigree on top of the announce table to CM Punk. And fast forward, hits another pedigree for a 2 count. So far, you know, and I guess the match was kind of back and forth because there was like, let's go Rollins, CM Punk, you know, whatever. I'm on Team Rollins at this point, even though like I didn't forget Rollins for cucking himself to Cody Rhodes last year, but I'm like, it's unforgivable that fucking Punk had to go over on Drew McIntyre. Fuck that shit. So by default, I'm going with Rollins here. But mind you, 2 GTSs, 2 pedigrees, not enough to put down CM Punk. Alright, so he hits a buckle bomb and a curb stomp, and somehow CM Punk's able to put his foot on the rope. So it's at that point to where it's like, yeah, Punk's winning. Right? Because he hits a GTS not once, but twice, and he gets the win for the 1, 2, 3. And then you can see him telling Rollins, like, I love you, brother. Thank you so much, dude. Like, I couldn't have done this without you, man. You're fucking awesome. And that's it. CM Punk goes over. All right, man. You can see on the bottom there, executive producer Triple H and Lee Fitting, who I heard some controversial things about. Right? Not a good person, from the sounds of it. But yeah, that's it for Raw here on Netflix. 3 fucking hours. I try to condense it as much as I can, but there's a lot on the show that I had to talk about because it made me laugh. Alright, so I didn't completely hate it. Alright, and I mean, and mind you, keep in mind that it's going to get worse from here because we're going to get Ludwig Kaiser and fucking Lyra Valkyria and Dakota Kai and fucking Pete Dunne and the rest of all the people like who are up there in that fucking VIP area that weren't featured. They're going to be featured next week. Alright, and I just want to keep in mind just all the people who haven't watched Raw in years. I want to know what they think while watching this. Like some of the wrestlers that they have now, like Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, and Dominic Mysterio. Like my buddy, he was like, "Yo, who's the dude with the pedo stash?" And I was like, "Yo, that's Eddie. Ray's kid." He's like, "Ain't no way." Like that's his kid. What happened? And I'm like, I don't know, man. That's all I gotta say about this shit. So let me know how you guys felt about the debut here on Netflix for Raw. Alright, 3 hours moving forward, and I'm not looking forward to it. Alright, all downhill from here. Alright, but let me know how you guys felt. Love it, hate it, come subscribe to the channel. It's all the same to me. I just want to see the engagement, feedback from you guys. Next video, I am still working on the Wrestle Kingdom and Wrestle Dynasty, but keep in mind, that's 10 fucking hours of wrestling that I gotta break down. So it's gonna take me a minute. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, there's times where I'm watching it and I'm like, I just don't feel like watching it. Right? Like, I've always been spoiled for some of the outcomes, which were predictable, like Kenny Omega and Mercedes Moné, and like, I already seen that coming, so that's no big deal. But I'm still in the midst of watching it, so I'll fucking upload a review as soon as I can. And from the looks of it, I don't think you guys really care all that much. So with that said, I wish enough of you guys' time. I've been here for a little longer than I anticipated, but be safe, be blessed, take care of yourself, protect you and yours, loved ones. Stay warm out here. I got hit with a bunch of snow last night, so a bunch of shit was closed down. I'm like, oh damn. I mean, it wasn't that much damn snow, but it is what it is. But I'm out of here. Until next time, adios.